This video is for the ones who work in YouTube all over the world, because it takes a whole generation of group of people to work night and day all over the world to make YouTube function. The wind was asking a question. Just understand, if I fall asleep right now, this video will play till the end of the video, but the wind will talk. I will not speak. My mouth is a speaker. Again, 40 years ago, there was a girl that was baby. When I wasn't there, I didn't exist. I was driving another car that I will never know what that car was. Who was my mother and my father then? I will never know. Where I am is not a coincidence. They don't let me have 5 children because they want me to know my future. 40 years ago, there was a girl, a black girl, only she was not wrapped in a cloth. Now she's 40 years old and I'm the 39. But where she is right now, she doesn't think like me. She's smart, intelligent, have a better job than me. But she doesn't know where she's going. And she doesn't know when she get there what happened. But you have to understand what is important. What I say many times, we are on the now. Until you differentiate yourself of not going anywhere, you're just in one house. You have to ask, who is the visitor that came to visit you every year, instead of you believe you're growing and you're going somewhere. The wind was asking a question. Just when all of you was in school, 5 years of age, the girls that was 6 years of age, and the girls that was 7 years of age, the little children, plus you, the 5 years of age, do you know where they are? You used to be 5 days a week in this classroom. 10 or 15 of you, 5 days a week. Your best friend, you're playing. You become 6 years together. You become 7 years together. Some moved to other school, but some new one came. If you go to the school today, you try to look for those little children. You take a picture that you have 40 years ago in the school. They make a group of picture with you, group of children. Go to the school, try to look for the 5 years that resemble the child in the picture, what you have, and try to watch the children playing, what you can see. And I like to remind you, because when I pause, I get a knowledge to talk, but also there's important video in between. I like to recapture it. What you cannot see is that in the school, the energy that is 5 years old, only 1 year later, the body is 6, but the energy is butt naked. The only reason why the energy will have a face again is because the 4 years just stressed them again. The 6 years used to be the 5 years in the classroom. The 6 years was there. The 6 years will not be there when the 5 is there. It's because the 100 is still the 100. But when the 100 become 101, now the 5 years get the chance to become the 6. The energies that you see running, the little energy, that is only 5 years. 5 years ago, when the children had become 5, if no woman have sex to make a baby body, The 1 year will be invisible. The 2 year will be invisible. The 3 year will be invisible. The 4 year will be invisible. The 5 years that was there, when they become 6, the 5 years will be invisible. And when the children that are pregnant today, the children 20 years ago, they are now the pregnant women 20 years later. When they're 10 years, they get pregnant. Like, oh, child get pregnant 20 years later. It's no problem. They're 30, right? They're now pregnant. The first baby body came for the energy to pretend to be a 9-month-old again. And then next year, the 9 months disappear, the 1 year appear. Next year, the 2 year appear, the 1 year disappear, the 9-month-old disappear. 3 years, the 2 years disappear, the 1 disappear, the 9, they become 4, and then 5 years later, the energy that's invisible is now 5 years old again. I don't care how much you try to fix it, you will never speak all the language, and you will never communicate with the people, because the people are driven by the ghost, and the ghost is in charge of the mind. But until you understand, if you are a judge, you have a case that only deal with children that 5 years old. In 10 years, how many 5 years old do you have? Do you have 10 times 5 years? Or do you have 10 times dead body to dress the 5 years of age? The women's stomach, 9 months before, there's nothing called a baby in the stomach. 9 months later, there's nothing called a baby. The baby 9 months ago is pretending to be the baby and get a new face, now pretending like they're the first child in this world. I will not tell you this if the consciousness don't want you to know. If the consciousness don't want you to find out, there will be nothing called YouTube for me to post a video. If I have to go on TV, they give me 5 minutes. Every knowledge I have so far will be in the book. You will never hear it. But until you can see that the little people's city, the teachers are driven by the energy themselves, that copy the bodies the last 80 years, the last 100 years. They are in charge. For as long as our children will go to the movie, for as long as they will go buy the songs, for as long as they will go to disco, and they will fall in love, there's no mama and papa to tell them, don't get pregnant. When the stomach starts swelling, the stomach is swelling, and every 9 months, energy is pretending to be 9 months old, 9 months old, 9 months old, 9 months old, and 9 months old. But you can see 5 times 9 months just become 5 times 5 years. I'm reminding you from the videos that is buried. Listen to the message, but don't forget the important videos. Free your family now for the pain they will feel 20 years later after you are 20 years old in this world. The wind belongs to the wind. The love making produce only a condom. Whatever the condom become, they throw it away or stay in the stomach. They print a body that goes to school and drive the wind and the light. Whatever the body become, the people that fall in love with that body gonna be in hell when they take it away. They go to the graveyard. They're gonna bleed. 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 And then there come a time they stop bleeding. The next one drop dead. I say the last time. If you love yourself so much you fear to die, why the day when you die, you can shout. I wish everybody the best, the body of the people, the body that belongs to the wind, the body that is hijacked, the last 500 years and manipulated. There will always be a group of people that will have fun in the daytime, but they will be dead sleeping in the night. There will always be a group of people that will pretend they're fighting a war because they create them to be in that section. There will always be fake ministers that were sleeping last night and energy come in their body, pretend they defending the people in their country while secretly they try to do reduction with the body of the people. Gaddafi is fighting with the Europeans, but if they killing the poor people, they never kill the ministers, but they always killing the poor people. Because the ministers will never have a conversation without the energy in their body. Energy know there is sex in the bedroom. Energy need a reduction. Energy cannot control big people but can control the little ones. They need only few that kiss up to them, the rest that doesn't. The world become a fashion for them. It's entertainment. They don't care about the wind. We care about the wind, the body that fall in love with the body. But the body is a blind body. The body will never know they're blind until they turn the light off and close their eyes and take a walk and see how far they can walk without the lights that control their eyes. For as long as you can see, the man and the woman who tell you the weather, when you're watching the news, go look where they are. They sleeping. The one who tell you the weather is not in charge. It's their face. They tell you that's their name, but back it up the day when they were created. They don't exist. They are copy face. They become the program what they tell us they are. They tell us they are Michael Jackson. They tell us they are Madonna. They tell us they are Keisha Cole. They tell us they are Mariah Carey. But before the sex, they don't exist. Who creates them for us to know them? The one who creates them can crash them. And the one who creates us can crash us. But they will never crash the wind and the light and the darkness. They will crash the old condom. But they will never crash the sex. Because they know it is just a roller coaster. You was the one. You become sweet, sexy 18. You travel, become 100. You drop dead. The one yesterday is now up there, whilst you are just downstairs. It doesn't take you that long. Travel in the world to get you to 100 times 1 year. And now you think I'm up there when Jesus Christ is coming to save me. Well, Jesus Christ is right in the bedroom. Mary is right in the bedroom, making love and Billy a brown new face. And you're up there asking, God help me, God help me, God help me. And the little baby inside of you, that little voice, goes back to Mama, Papa. 5 years later, the energy is waiting for you. Now they can pretend to be a child again. The body is very old. The body make fashion. The body is the real exhibition, but they don't want you to see. I mean, the magic, when the stomach swell up, the new face that came out, that make you see them like they used to be there. But you just can't see the 20 years old yesterday is now 40, and the brown new face is a sweet 20 in front of you. Take care, people. I really going offline now. I promise. Take care. My backbone, because I lie down very bad posting the videos. It's daytime, I'm talking. Sometimes I wake up in the night. I have to fight for the wind that lives in the body, so the abuse will stop for the human being. We are good enough when we're sexy.